If you're shopping for your Christmas meal this weekend, chances are you'll be doing at least some of it in one of the big supermarket chains. Things are more complicated for Andrew North, who's making his Christmas preparations in Delhi, because there are no international supermarkets. But, as he explains, that may be changing.
The first thing Devendra, the manager of my regular grocery store, does when he opens up each morning is tend to two small statues of his guru on a shelf above the cash drawer. He lights two tiny clay dishes full of ghee, placing them in front of the statues, and then adjusts the flowers around them. Then he reaches for a bottle filled with holy water from the Ganges and flicks it over the floor and shelves. It's the one calm moment in his day. Already the pace around him is quickening. The first customers are arriving, his assistants greeting everyone, and then doing their shopping for them. You just stand back and say what you want. When I finish, the assistant presents my basket to Devendra to work out the bill, who's now like a conductor, keeping 4 rhythms in his head at once. With pen and notebook, no electronic cash registers here, he's totting up my bill while simultaneously taking another order by phone. He turns to shout the cost of an imported Christmas cake to another assistant, and then starts on another customer's basket, even before he's finished mine. It looks like a recipe for chaos, but it's cramped, family-run shops like Devendra's that supply most people's groceries, and they're a cornerstone of Indian life. Devendra's been running his store for 30 years. I've watched our customers grow up, he says proudly. But this Christmas, Devendra is worried because of a government decision to allow foreign supermarket chains like Tesco and America's Walmart to invest here. Like millions of other small shopkeepers, Devendra fears the same fate as his counterparts in Britain or anywhere else where big supermarkets have taken root. Yet with no sign of India's economic downturn ending and swirling corruption scandals, the government is desperate for something to put the shine back into its international image. Walmart & Co. may not be too popular elsewhere, but letting them set up shop here has become the centrepiece of the government's revival strategy. It seems a curious approach to some, when tens of millions of Indian children still go hungry every day, and when most people won't be able to afford to shop in such stores. The government is gambling that foreign retailers will shake things up where Indian companies can't or won't, raising prices for farmers but lowering them for consumers, and helping boost the wider economy. And it has plenty of support, especially among India's middle class. Some of Devendra's customers admit they'd go to a Tesco or Walmart if they could, just to spend less time in the Delhi traffic, says one. It's true, the odd supermarket would make our shopping less time-consuming too. Devendra doesn't have everything, and he's often expensive. So we buy most of our vegetables from the man who pushes a cart laden with fresh greens round our neighbourhood every morning. Depending on what meat we want, we choose from several butchers. You get a personal service like this, but the quality is not always reliable. As much as a third of the food grown in India rots before it even gets to market because of a lack of cold storage facilities. The government says chains like Tesco will have to help fill this gap if they want to come here, and it argues that in a market as vast as India's, there'll still be plenty of room for smaller shops.
Andrew North.